Good morning, Guardians. The Hijabi Gamer here, and it's Friday. The week has flown by again, and wow, where does the time go? As you can see, we are not in the tower because Xur is not in the tower. So, as you can see, this is Original Destiny, which the usual reminder, Xur is only in the game for 2 days. So he arrives on Friday morning for me. I'm in New Jersey at 5 a.m. and he is gone by Sunday, 5 a.m., 48 hours. So you have less than 48 hours to locate Xur and pick up what you need. And he has a lot of good stuff. And as you can see, we are in the Reef. It doesn't happen very often, but sometimes Xur does end up in the Reef. You'll know this if you go during the time period Xur is supposed to be in the tower, and you go to the tower, and there's no purple mark on the stairs. You just immediately go to the Reef. There's only one location you will find him. And he's got some really good stuff. No, he's got some good stuff you should pick up this week. So if you don't have this stuff, you need it. Some of it's good. Anyway, he's always in this corner. If he's not in the tower, he's in the Reef, and he's right here. Nice. Very nice. Hunter armor. That looks cool. I have that stuff. The lion on the front. Yeah, that. I think it was from the Age of Triumph. Yeah, I do believe. Yeah, here it is. See? Yeah, it's the same thing. Just different shaders. So, as I said, he's got some good stuff. Highly recommended stuff. Among them, one of my favorite guns in the game. So first off, he's got Xalo Supercell and Shock Hazard, which I believe he had last week. If you do not have Xalo Supercell, if you did not pick it up last week, pick it up this week. Xalo is a really great weapon to have. Now, you're getting the ornament Shock Hazard, which is this one. Without the ornament, looks like this. With the ornament, it looks like that. Well, give it a sec. Come on. Come on. Oh, no, not again. Please, Bungie, no. I'm going to tweet at them again and be like, maybe they need to reset the servers every couple of weeks because things were going very, very good for a long time. So maybe I'll be like, hey, things are starting to... And D1, maybe just turn it off and turn it on again. Anyway, Xalo Supercell has Xalo Supercell. Arc projectiles have the chance to chain lightning when enemies are close together. It's awesome. Especially when you have a whole bunch of Cabal with their massive shields and they come at you all at once because they always stick together and you just chain lightning. So awesome. I am of the mindset it's better than Risk Runner. I know some people are like, it's exactly like Risk Runner. No, because you also have this. Double kills with this weapon charge a small amount of your super kit energy and return ammo to the magazine. So this is one of the few times where I will say this is a real exotic. You know, I've been playing a lot of Warframe, I've been saying, and this makes the exotics in Destiny feel kind of meh. But this one I would say is a real genuine exotic. This one I would see in Warframe and be like, yeah, definitely. So, arc projectiles, this is a great weapon to have. And this isn't the only reason. I mean, those are the great benefits of it. But there's another reason why Xalo Supercell is a great weapon. Because Xalo Supercell is an arc weapon, but it's in the primary slot. Keep in mind, this is Original Destiny. In Original Destiny, the primary slot only did kinetic damage, with a few exceptions. They're always exotic, and they're very few. There are a handful. Most of them are raid weapons, but there's a couple like Xalo Supercell. So it's great, for example, if you have match game and you need 3 different element types, you can have each one of the weapons carrying an element type. So Xalo Supercell is great for that. If you have primary burn and arc burn at the same time, or if you just have arc burn, it's nice to have that extra arc weapon. So it's great to have because, again, primary weapon, this is a big deal in Destiny 1. Yeah, I know in Destiny 2, a auto rifle with arc damage is nothing new, but in Destiny 1, an auto rifle with arc damage is very, very rare, and you need to treasure it because you don't get a lot of that. Anyway, the second weapon we have is the Mida Multi-Tool. I like the Mida. I'll even admit I like the Mida in Destiny 2. I still have the Mida and the Mini. So the Mini Multi-Tool and the Mida Multi-Tool, they're great together. They make you into a speed demon, which, yeah, you don't have to tell me. I know the hunters aren't the fastest. It was a great shock to me to find out that the hunters aren't the fastest. I thought the hunters would be the fastest. And then the Titans were laughing at me. Yeah. Anyway, you're getting the Mida and you're getting Special Ops. Special Ops is actually the ornament I like. So this is the ornament I have. This is Special Ops. Mida is great because you have lightweight, then you've got this weapon boost move speed, and fires on a hairline and a hair trigger. So it's basically, it makes you faster. That's about it. Personally, I like Mida. I mean, lightweight and the speed boost is awesome, don't get me wrong. It doesn't feel like it's enough for an exotic. I think maybe they should have added, say, Firefly. I mean, come on, you've got Third Eye. Third Eye is only good in Crucible, really. There are times where Chaff is in effect, which is basically eliminates radar completely, and you don't even notice it. But Third Eye, yeah, that's only good for Crucible, really. And it's, so yeah. But, I like the Mida because it has a decent rate of fire and a decent impact. Some of these scout rifles, right, they have this kind of impact, but then they have a half the rate of fire. This thing, I like the feel of it because it's got a decent rate of fire and a decent impact. It has a punch to it. So I've always liked the Mida. When I'm doing a solo Nightfall and I want a good hard-hitting weapon, I will go with the Mida because I just like, it feels like it has a real punch to it versus some other weapon. So it's good to have if you don't have it, but honestly, if you have to choose between the two, go for the Zalo. Absolutely. By far above everything here. If you do not have Zalo Supercell, go for Zalo Supercell. Everything else is secondary. Zalo is the first thing you absolutely need. Anyway, next you have Suros Regime. Suros Regime is one of my favorite weapons. Until I got the Genesis Chain. Genesis Chain is very similar to Suros Regime, but for a while, so you notice now I'm not carrying Suros Regime because I have Genesis Chain. But for a while, see, the rate of fire and the impact are pretty similar. And that's one of the things I like about Suros Regime. It has a decent impact. A lot of the weapons with that kind of rate of fire have almost no impact. No impact. See, that's higher, but that's why I like the Genesis Chain. It feels like it's got a decent rate of fire and a decent impact. So I always loved Suros Regime. I used it a lot until I got Genesis Chain. Suros Regime has this. Suros Legacy, the bottom half of each magazine deals bonus damage and has a chance to return health on kill. And it does make a difference. It isn't Red Death. So Red Death is basically every kill you get health. This has a chance to return health, but it does make a difference. Like when I stopped using Suros, I was soloing Challenge of the Elders. And all of a sudden it was a lot harder, and it took me a moment to realize because of this return on health. It doesn't feel like it's enough for an exotic, but then again, I am comparing Warframe to Destiny, and I shouldn't be doing that. It is a decent weapon. It's got a good punch to it. It's got some sweet ornaments you can pick up. I have Basilisk's Glory on mine. Red Memorial's okay. I like Basilisk's Glory. But it's a good weapon to have. If you don't have it, pick it up. The reason you should always pick up the weapons anyway, if you have the strange coins, is because it adds to your Grimoire score. So that's another reason to pick them up. And again, you can just dismantle it and you'll have the blueprint. I've said this before. Once you get an exotic, you get the blueprint permanently. So even if you dismantle it, you can always get it back again. So Suros Regime, good weapon to have. Anyway, but again, if you have the choice of only one weapon, go with the Zalo Supercell. Absolutely. Best weapon of the set right now. You need Zalo. If not, then, Mida or Suros, they're both good to have. All right, next we have the armor. So we've got the Crest of Alpha Lupi for the Titan. I remember being disappointed. Oh, yeah. Revive fallen teammates and be revived faster. Supers generate an extra orb. All right, if you're like me and you're basically a solo player, this is useless for you. Okay? Reviving fallen teammates, you need to be in a fire team and you'll be revived faster. Let me know in the comments below. Does it really make that much of a difference? Because on how fast you get revived. I mean, do you start a raid with a bunch of Titans and you go, all right, if you got the Crest of Alpha Lupi, you gotta use it or we ain't raiding, all right? Let me know. Does it make a difference? Is it like that much of a significance? Because it feels kind of weak and sad for something for a Titan, but comment down below. All right, let me know. Like I said, I'm trying to get better, all right? Always trying to get better, so yeah. Anyway, next for the Hunter, we have the Graviton Forfeit. This one is a mega disappointment for me, all right? Because it's cool, don't get me wrong. First off, it looks ridiculously awesome. I'd prefer blue, but Don't get me wrong. It looks awesome. I will not deny that. But unlocks the Night Stalker subclass node Shade Step for free. Gain and evade on BB. Alright? So, the biggest disappointment for me is you can't use this with other subclasses. Okay? So, I thought what would be ridiculously awesome is if you use Graviton Forfeit and you're running Gunslinger, you'll have evade. And someone pointed out in the comments, I haven't tested it, but someone did say in the comments, no, this only works if you're going Night Stalker. So, what's the point then? I mean, okay, let's look at the Night Stalker class, alright? Go here. So basically, now you can choose 2 options here. You automatically get Shade Step, so then you can either pick Predator, decreases Shadow Shot cooldown, void anchors fired from Shadow Shot, become traps that stick to the surface and wait for prey. Or you can go with Keen Scout, sprint and sneak faster, gain enhanced tracker, and the ability to mark targets you damage. Yay. So you get to choose. Bloody hell. Bungie. What did I say? What did I say? You know what? This is the first week. Oh, it's March 1st. Anyway, that's why I'm disappointed by Shade Step, alright? It feels kind of cheap to me. Like, as I said, it would be much, much cooler if you can use Shade Step and you're running Blade Dancer or Gunslinger. But it basically is just like, yeah, get an additional ability as a Night Stalker. I find it very, very disappointing. I mean, maybe the person who commented was incorrect. Let me know, but I believe him because it's just, they wouldn't be that cool. That's what I think. They wouldn't be that cool. Anyway, last but not least, we have for the Warlocks, we have the Impossible Machines. Alright, Warlocks, let's see if you got better than everyone else. Unlocks the Stormcaller subclass node. Landfall for free. On casting Storm Trance, fire a bolt of lightning into the ground, creating a devastating shockwave under you. Okay, that does sound pretty cool. Now, I don't understand half of what they're saying in this. So, unlocks the Stormcaller subclass node Landfall for free. Alright, I'm guessing that's sort of like with the Shade Step for the Hunters with the Graviton Forfeit. On casting Storm Trance, which I think is the super for Stormcaller, fire a bolt of lightning into the ground, creating a devastating shockwave under you. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. If that's what I think it is. Now, if I recall, Storm Trance, which is the Arc Warlock, is basically you float around like Emperor Palpatine shooting people with lightning. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's it. So this seems like it would cast a bolt of lightning once you start your super, before you start floating around and zapping people like Palpatine. You get a bolt of lightning from the sky that crashes into the ground and causes a devastating shockwave. That actually sounds pretty cool. Alright, Warlocks, I gotta give it to you. Despite you having the most boring Vanguard commander, Ikora Rey, this Snorfest, you guys win this week. This one's actually pretty cool. I mean, yeah, it has the same disadvantage as the Graviton Forfeit for the Hunters, where I'm guessing you can only use this if you're running Stormcaller. But it's not just that you get, not only does it unlock Stormcaller, alright, it adds something kick-ass. So, yeah, it adds more. It's not just that it unlocks Stormcaller in the Warlock Arc class. Alright, so I gotta say, Warlocks, this is pretty cool. In fact, I will try and make sure I have it. Because this would be pretty good to have. Maybe I'll play some Destiny. I'm definitely going to be playing Borderlands, hopefully with Alexia this weekend. Because, the movie, anyway, the movie seems, I don't know. The movie's got problems. I don't know what to think at this point. I look at the characters in the movie for Borderlands and anyway. And then I don't see Dr. Zed. And it's like, how can you not have Dr. Zed? You literally see Dr. Zed's house. Where's Dr. Zed? You need Zed. I swear, if they race swap him, gender swap, no. No. You gotta get Zed the way Zed is. All right. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I might play some Destiny 1 as well. We'll see. I did solo the Nightfall like 2 weeks ago, and Challenge of the Elders, and it was awesome. I did it twice, actually, the Nightfall. Once on my Hunter and once on my Titan. Anyway, hope to see you in the tower.